Okay, so you said something, your resurface clip on Joe Rogan, the Bolshevik War.
Yeah.
From 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
2023.
Golly.
That was crazy.
Yeah, I predicted that, and and by the way, my predictions are based on guests that come on my show. I don't want to take the total credit for it, Mel K, and I'm just blessed to have really great people come on the show and tell me some amazing stuff, and it all ends up like most conspiracies happening.
Yeah. So can you tell us a little bit about the Bolshevik War? I know because I love history.
I watched I've taught you everything you know.
Yeah.
But I have
You
a
are a
terrible
wise
memory.
one.
Yes.
Don't take my job. Yeah. I'm the oracle here.
Or the revolution, I should say. The
But
Bolshevik Revolution.
that was the 20th century, right? That wasn't too long ago, right?
Yeah. I think
late 1800s, early 1900s.
Yeah. So just a little while ago before that. But basically, if you want to read a great book, there's two great books. It's Hitler, Wall Street and the Rise of Hitler, and then Wall Street and the Rise of the Bolsheviks. And those are two great books that just basically let you know that it's always the same people doing everything. And and this is where people get mad at me and I get yelled at all the time. But it's like there are different, I call it same game, different names.
Yeah.
Russia, China, Germany, and that's where I get in trouble, where people get angry at me, and the United States are all like countries that you can't invade. You can't go in there with an army because you go home in a body bag. So you have to subvert it through the inside slowly over time. And that's basically what the Bolsheviks did. They were foreigners who came in, they changed their name to Russian, and they subverted it over time. And it's always rich kids. It's always rich kids who might or might not, but mostly might, are closeted. And they just basically subvert it slowly through culture wars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so I always say it was the Bolshevik Revolution in Russia. It was the Color Revolution in China. In America, it's the progressive left. And in Russia, it was the Nazis. If you study the Nazis, they were basically started by closeted. They were basically the version. If you translate it from German to English, it's the Rolling Wind, I believe it's called, but it's basically their version of the Boy Scouts, which is very crazy.
Oh, yeah.
And they basically formed the Nazis, and let's just say Hitler was a man of the night, let's say, that nobody really knows about. And he basically, you see that a lot in the people that they put in position. They're kind of sexually compromised, and they basically use that to control them. And, you know, if you study Germany at the time after World War I, it was very much on lockdown. I mean, like, it was on lockdown.
Right.
The foreign, what we'll say is the foreign banking cabal had it on lockdown. And, you know, you always have the Hitler lovers out there that want to act like he was just rising against. But in reality, he had kicked out the traditional bankers, let's just say, we all know who that is, and replaced them with Aryan bankers who were just doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
So it was like old boss, new boss, right? And they basically wanted to destroy Germany because the Bank of England, and there's three pillars that run the world. And real quick, it's the Vatican, it's the Bank of England, and Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. is not part of the United States. It is a sovereign territory that masquerades as part of the United States.
Yeah.
And you always hear them asking for statehood, and they'll never get it because they are a part of the three pillars that basically controls through religion, through military, and through banking.
Interesting. Okay.
And the bankers, and if you study, like, I believe it's called IG Profin, I believe the company's called, and this is where I'm the worst conspiracy theorist. I have like this supercomputer brain that just can't remember names, but
Same.
this company had a German board, and it had an American board, and the American board basically ran the German board, and this American board was full of Federal Reserve heads of the Federal Reserve banks.
Yeah.
And they basically are the ones who rebuilt Germany's military for the purpose of bringing in, you know, Hitler and all that stuff. So when you talk about Hitler, right? And can we talk about Hitler just for 2 seconds?
Yeah,
I don't want to get you.
We've been like 5 minutes into Hitler, so let's do it.
Ninjas are butterflies.
Did I say ninja? I meant
The butterfly is no doubt one of God's most